Good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. This is volume 68 for August the 8th, 2019. And as has been the case in recent broadcasts, today's top story comes to us from San Juan, Puerto Rico. More protests expected in Puerto Rico as the third governor has been signed in less than a week. Puerto Rico Justice Secretary Wanda Vazquez was sworn in as governor Wednesday after the island Supreme Court earlier in the day overturned the swearing-in of Pedro Pierluisi last Friday. Pierluisi was sworn in after Governor Ricardo Rossello resigned due to the massive protests from Puerto Ricans frustrated over corruption, mismanagement, and linked obscenity chats featuring Rossello and 11 other men that made fun of women, gay people, and Hurricane Maria victims. Rossello, before stepping down, appointed Pierluisi Secretary of State while legislatures were in recess. Although Puerto Rico's House approved his nomination, the Senate did not. Secretary of State would have been the next person in line to become governor. Puerto Ricans braced for more political turmoil Thursday as Vazquez became the third governor in a week of the U.S. territory still divided over who should lead the economically struggling island of 3.2 million people. The swearing-in of Justice Secretary Wanda Vazquez as governor was expected to spur renewed protests since many Puerto Ricans see her as an extension of Rossello, who resigned the governorship, became official on Friday last week. Vazquez sought to calm the anger in a televised statement late Wednesday, saying she feels the pain Puerto Ricans have experienced in recent weeks and vowing to unify the island and bring much-needed stability. Vazquez, a 59-year-old former prosecutor, is the second woman to be governor and is to serve out the remainder of Rossello's term until elections in November 2020, but at least some of those involved in the anti-Rossello protests are calling for her ouster too. Critics of Vazquez say that she is not aggressive enough was not aggressive enough as Justice Secretary in pursuing corruption investigations involving members of her new Progressive Party, and that she did not prioritize gender violence cases. Appointed Justice Secretary in January 2017, Vazquez previously worked as a district attorney for 2 decades at Puerto Rico's Justice Department, handling domestics and sexual abuse cases. In 2010, she was appointed director of the Office of Women's Rights. The new governor did not speak to reporters after she was sworn in a ceremony yesterday. She was accompanied by her daughter and her husband, Judge Jorge Diaz. But in her televised statement, Vazquez says she will be working for all Puerto Ricans. So, wow, what can I say? Another step for Puerto Rico, and I'm not sure that this is over yet. By the way, there's been no talk of protests to the extreme levels that caused the cruise ship to cancel visits there, at least at this point. If anything like that happens again, of course, we'll bring it to you as soon as we know about it. But at least for now, the cruise ship schedule for San Juan should remain as it is. There's at least no changes at this point. And from the Norwegian official travel blog, Six, the critically acclaimed British pop musical about Henry VIII's 6 wives, will debut on board the Norwegian Bliss, Norwegian Breakaway, and Norwegian Getaway beginning in September. From Tudor queens to pop princesses, Six is a historical retelling of Henry VIII's six wives. Each leading lady takes center stage to share her personal story and reclaim her identity, remixing 500 years of heartbreak into the celebration of a 21st century girl power. The production features lively performances and music by an all-female band. Six will appear first on the Bliss on September 1st, followed by Norwegian Breakaway on November the 10th, and the Getaway on April 23rd in 2020. Norwegian Bliss offers 7-day Alaska cruises from Seattle through September, 7-day itineraries to the Mexican Riviera from Los Angeles beginning in October, and 7-day Bahamas and Florida voyages from New York starting in November. The Breakaway is currently sailing 7-day cruises to the Eastern and Western Caribbean from Miami. And then it heads to Port Canaveral to sail 7-day Caribbean cruises. In April of 2020, Norwegian Getaway will offer 7-day voyages to the Western Caribbean from New Orleans before returning to Europe to sail a mix of 10, 11, and 12-day cruises to the Greek Isles and Italy cruises from Rome. So anyway, Norwegian is offering a new musical about Henry VIII's wives. Awesome. P&O Cruises has announced and confirmed that they will be canceling a number of cruises to Dubai and the Arabian Gulf as a result of tensions between Britain and Iran in the Straits of Hormuz. In a statement, P&O Cruises says, we have been closely monitoring the situation within the Strait of Hormuz over recent months and taking advice from external authorities. The increased tension in the region, highlighted by the attacks on tankers in the Straits in recent months, and the detention of British flagged tanker by Iranian authority, means that a British company flying the red ensign is not advisable for us to maintain our planned Dubai and Arabian Gulf program this winter season. And they went on to say that, of course, they're sorry, but they have therefore taken the unusual step of withdrawing Oceania from the region, which will impact holidays due to depart later this year and early in 2020. The safety of their guests and crew is always paramount, and given our UK status coupled with the uncertainty in the region, we've had to make this difficult decision. So says P&O Cruises. They have not announced what the ship will be doing to take place of the itineraries that they have canceled. I'm sure that will be coming out in the next day or two. So that's for our friends over in Great Britain. P&O Cruises canceling a number of cruises. Hey, this is Chillie of Chillie's Cruises again. Appreciate you being here. As of this morning, we had 1,434 subscribers. We keep growing a little bit every day, and I appreciate it. If you're new to this channel, welcome. We try to talk about cruises and cruise ships and travel in general. If you like what we're doing, we always appreciate it. Give us a little thumbs up. And if you don't, you can give us a thumbs down. But anyway, that tells YouTube that you guys are out there watching. Well, that's about a wrap for this episode of Travel and Cruise Industry News. This is volume 68 on the 8th day of August. Hope you've enjoyed the show this morning. We will see you again on Saturday morning. Hopefully, I'll be back live. Those of you have probably already figured out this is coming to you via a video as opposed to a live broadcast, as we're still having technical issues with the changes on the Google Hangout Live program and YouTube, and it's still a bit of a mess. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's show. We regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. If you'd like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, our interview shows called Chillie Chats, and the travel and cruise industry news, which come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification, and you'll be notified as soon as we post a new video or we're going live. So until then, this is Chillie with Chillie's Cruises. I'll see you on Saturday. And of course, with any updates, if something major happens between now and then. Later, y'all.